Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm Director of Programs at Acterra. We're a San Francisco Bay Area nonprofit that brings people together to create solutions for a healthy planet. Today, we're here in my home and we are talking about climate action that you can take to reduce your energy and reduce your greenhouse gas emissions at home. So it may seem obvious, but always make sure that you're turning off lights that you're not using when you leave the room. Also, make sure you're not leaving electronics on when you leave the room. There's no need to waste that energy. There are a lot of choices out there when it comes to light bulbs. LED lights are available now in every shape and size of bulb. There's no reason not to have an LED bulb in every lamp in your home. So a lot of people don't realize this, but your appliances and electronics, even when they're not turned on, if they're plugged in, they're actually using energy. We call this vampire energy. And it can be really considerable. So the average home might have $200 on their energy bill each year just from vampire energy. And that's according to the US Department of Energy. So there are things you can do about it, actually pretty easy things. And one thing you can do is get this thing called a kilowatt, which will measure how much energy different electronics or different appliances are using. So what you do is you plug it into an outlet, you hit this button that says watts, and then you plug something in. Like I have this electric kettle. Right now it's showing 0 watts. And so this particular device is pretty new, and it may be that it's not drawing vampire energy, but the only way to really know would be to leave it on like this, in not turned on, but actually just plugged in, like overnight or for, several hours, and see if anything starts to accumulate. And you press this other button and it'll show you the kilowatt hours, and you press it again and it'll show you the time that's elapsed. So once you've identified the vampires in your home, you can then use different methods to figure out a strategy. One of the things you can use is a smart outlet. This actually has a timer, and you can set it to half an hour, 3 hours, or 6 hours. And I will set it to a half an hour, and I'm gonna use it for my kettle because I make tea every morning and I don't wanna have to unplug this each time. It's just a nuisance. So if I use this timer, when I wanna make my tea in the morning, I turn that on and the light comes on, so I know that power is going to this unit, and then I turn on my kettle. And that way I know my kettle has a shut off, but it will still be in standby mode if I leave it plugged in. So after half an hour, it will cut power entirely, and I won't have to worry about it being a vampire. So another strategy that you can use is using a power strip. And this is really helpful when you have a lot of things. So maybe, you have your charging station where you plug in your devices at night. So you plug your power strip into the wall, and actually you can also use a smart timer. This is what I do, is set my smart timer for a few hours, depending how long it's gonna take to charge different things. I'll set my smart timer, I'll plug that into the wall, turn it on, and then I have all my devices that I can charge up. So I can charge up my phone, I can charge up my iPad, then I can go to bed, and I know that after 3 hours, this whole thing will shut off and I won't have these things drawing power all night. It's actually not good for your device, and it uses a lot of extra energy. And that way I don't have to worry that I have to unplug and replug my power strip all the time. If you don't have a smart timer, another approach is just to use the on and off switch on your power strip. And you'll just need to remember to do that yourself. Here at my desk, I have another type of power strip. It's called a smart power strip. And you can buy these for around $20. They're really great. They allow you to have one device control when another device is switched on or off. The laptop is plugged into the control button, so it controls anything that's plugged in to this section called switched, which is the monitor. So the monitor will only be switched on when the laptop is on. So when I'm ready to work at my desk, I will come over here and I have my monitor plugged into my laptop, but if I open up my laptop, nothing's gonna happen because my laptop's not plugged in. I leave it unplugged, so it's not using energy, and this whole thing is switched off. The monitor won't start. Once I plug in my laptop, now my monitor is ready to go. I'm ready to work. And then I know that when I shut down my computer and unplug, I won't have the monitor on. So laundry is another place where you can really save energy. Again, thinking about the time of day that you do your laundry. I like to do my laundry mostly on the weekends in the morning. Then I can have the laundry ready to hang outside. I have a clothesline and clothespins outside. And I hang most of it to dry naturally, so I don't have to run the dryer, which uses a lot of electricity. Drying racks are great. They're all shapes and sizes. You can fold them up really compactly to fit them in a closet. You can fit them under your bed. And then they unfold and you can hang so much clothing, so much on there, usually at least a load of laundry, sometimes more. So some things are nice to put in the dryer, of course, like towels, and you want them nice and fluffy and absorbent. So if you're using your dryer, you can use these things. They're dryer balls, and you can purchase them. These are wool. You can also get bamboo. You put them in the dryer with your towels or whatever laundry you're doing, and they help to speed the time of drying. They also act as like a fabric softener and to eliminate static, so you don't have to use dryer sheets, which are actually toxic and you don't want to use those. So you put your dryer balls in and you're ready to go and dry your clothes. Another great tool to save energy in your home is a programmable or a smart thermostat. This tool is really excellent for making sure that it doesn't stay on when you're not home, or that the heating level isn't too high or cooling level isn't too cool at certain times of day. At nighttime, we will turn the temperature down to about 64. That's a really comfortable sleeping temperature, and it's healthier for you to sleep with a cooler temperature. So you're gonna have different temperatures for summer and winter time to conserve energy. So it's a little counterintuitive, but in the winter, it's great to set your thermostat to 68 degrees and put on a sweater. In the summer, you can set your thermostat to 72 degrees, a little bit warmer, so that if you do have air conditioning, it's not going to kick on until about 72 degrees. So like many homes in the area, our heating system runs on natural gas. That's pretty common. Our heating system is getting older, and so we are keeping an eye on it. And when it's nearing the end of its life, we are saving up to replace it with an electric heat pump heating system that will run completely on electricity, and then we'll be able to choose 100% renewable electricity from our energy provider, which is the best option if you have that. So it's really important that you check your air filter regularly to make sure that it's clean. You may need to replace it or to clean it depending on the type of filter you have. So here's an air intake to the furnace. I'm gonna open it up. Here's my filter. You can see there's a lot of dust and other debris that's collected there. So I will take this outside and I can clean it. I can hose it all off, let it dry out in the sun, and then I replace it. cover it back up, and I'm good to go. That simple step can reduce energy loss by 5 to 15%. Another thing that's really important is to make sure that the great warm air is not escaping from your home through gaps in the windows and doors. You can use weather stripping, comes in all different shapes and sizes, and you use that to stick it on to the edges of the doors and windows to create a nice seal. So we've gone over all the basic things that you can do in your home. When you're ready to take the next step, you want to try to electrify everything in your home. And you can start with your dryer. You can move from a gas stove or range to an electric induction version. There's also the hot water heater. So our hot water heater was nearing the end of its life, and we planned ahead and saved money to purchase a heat pump hot water heater. It's all electric. It runs on 100% renewable energy from the grid, and we are saving a ton of energy and preventing a lot of greenhouse gas emissions with our new appliance. Thanks so much for coming on this home energy audit tour. We have a lot more information. If you have questions, please visit our site, acterra.org/greenhome. Thanks.